Okay, so we're here once again in Sword Factory X, and as you guys may know from the little update log pop-up that happens when you join the game, the new Overdrive and looting enchants have actually gotten a nice little buff to them, which honestly is kind of crazy. Obviously looting beforehand was pretty bad, however Overdrive was already pretty overpowered. However, they've now made it even more overpowered, which I don't think anyone can complain about. So obviously the Overdrive enchant basically gives you a nice little buff to the max level that you can put on the sword. So usually you'll only be able to level up the sword to 358 for my example basically, and then obviously not beyond that. However, with the Overdrive enchant you can do it beyond that, and beforehand it was actually more or less around 4 levels per like enchant level basically. So obviously for this one, Overdrive 3, it would have been 12 levels. However, now they've buffed it up to 5 levels per enchant level, meaning that this is going to be 15 levels, which is honestly kind of crazy. So, as you can see right now, it is already 2 levels above. However, if we go ahead now and just give this a nice little level up, honestly, this is going to be kind of crazy how far this gets up. I believe it should get up to 373, as you can see there, like so. And then obviously, once we upgrade the enchant like so up to level 5, we'll be able to get another 10 levels on to this, basically leaving it up to 383 basically, which is honestly kind of crazy. And obviously for those people who get this on your value swords, it just makes it so much more overpowered now, the fact that it's got this boost. So yeah, obviously for those people who were already upgrading value swords and had Overdrive on it, make sure you are actually leveling up your sword even more now, just because it has got that nice little level on it, which is honestly just insane. But yeah, honestly, Overdrive didn't need a buff, but it's got a buff, and I don't think anyone can complain about it whatsoever. Now we have the looting sword. Now I've not really had a chance to test this out because obviously beforehand looting was pretty dreadful. Now I'm not really too sure. Okay, I have a looting sword over here. Pick this one up real quick. I can't remember which one it was. Whoops. It was that one. Okay. So yeah, honestly, looting beforehand was pretty dire. I don't really think it did anything whatsoever, no matter what enchant level you had on it, to be honest. However, apparently it has gotten a little bit of a buff, which is honestly something that really needed to happen for the sword. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade the enchant real quick, and just make this a little bit more of a damage sword just real quick. Because obviously right now it's not exactly anything like a damage sword, because it's got low on absolutely everything. So yeah, obviously looting beforehand was pretty bad, and it didn't really do much apart from be on your sword basically. So I'm hoping now, this is basically my first impression, I'm hoping now that this will actually give somewhat of an actual decent boost to the stuff that you drop. So obviously I'm going to kill just some random stuff that I'm actually able to kill basically, that will hopefully drop a sword. So yeah, we've got a common over here. And again, it's not exactly dropped anything major. I guess cool sword might be a little bit better, but again, it's not exactly dropped anything massively good on that right there. So let's have a quick look. I'm gonna have to go, I think, to a better world, to be honest, just to actually get something decent to actually hit. So we have a shiny epic boss over here, like so. So that one actually had best on it, although I believe that it most likely would usually drop best anyways. However, usually a shiny probably wouldn't have platinum on it, so I guess that's a really good part of that. So I guess it has gotten a little bit of a buff, but again, it doesn't exactly seem that crazy, I guess. And obviously for those people who are like lower down in the levels and stuff, this might be pretty useful for you starting out the game and stuff. However, for people like me who are already higher up and don't really need anything like emerald and stuff, yeah, honestly this enchant is still pretty useless, to be honest. As you can see, it's still only getting bronze and good and stuff, so yeah, it's not exactly the best enchant still. Honestly, I would still rank looting where I ranked it beforehand. However, yeah, Overdrive is definitely a really good one with the buff now, and obviously it was still good beforehand. However, this buff makes it just insanely overpowered now. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the new buffs to looting and Overdrive. I think Overdrive definitely didn't need the buff, but I can't say I didn't want the buff. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.